because it's bullshit. And I'm telling again that we need to take the leadership here in 5G, real things, reality, not press release bullshit. So there are a few important aspects of what we're going to do. First of all, the brain guys come to the beauties with us, and then what we'll do is we'll use it as a life lab. Wherever we roll out, this can be R&D upon, right? Because it's not, in a faraway lab or so. It's going to be live. It's going to be in a real infrastructure. It will be in a real collection of buildings and a real area. So of course, first we'll do some lab testing, but these guys know what they're talking about, and then we'll try to implement it, and that's going to be live lab testing, and that's a real difference. And I hope that all those big names, Nokia, Ericsson, Huawei, and so on, they have the power. They have the brain power, they have the financial power, but they also have vested interests. We don't. We have zero vested interest. We only look forward. We only look to the next generation. We look forward. And basically what we are going to do with Alpha and Angie is work towards 5G, but not bullshit promises, but real life implementation. And it will take some R&D. I think it will take 6 to 9 months, right? And if you work harder, it will take 3 months. So, but
actually, I see couple of steps which will help a lot. To my mind, if you will find a place somewhere in Amsterdam and Rotterdam, anywhere, where we can install, say, for example, connection between three buildings, just to make a loop.
Yeah.
The simplest loop. The 3 is the minimum. Yeah. If we will connect it like that, and if we will demonstrate the real, that's a backbone.
Yeah. We will most likely be able to do that in London because we have a really big choice.
In London, yeah. Just to demonstrate people how it works. We will disconnect one radio and pass pockets in another way. So that's a redundancy, that's a reliable, that's a 10 gig in reality. Not just talking about in Qatar that somebody seen 20 gigabit per second. Where? Between what? If you will demonstrate a real operation, it will be a blow up on the market. To my mind, I know these people. They will run around very quickly. You will have a line of potential vendors and our competitors. Next day, they will say that Korneev is not good enough, it's scientific, we are real guys. But it will be real blow up because nobody yet can do that.
Yeah. So how long?
Tomorrow. We are ready to do that.
Okay,
tomorrow.
so if I give you those 3 locations,
today.
it's line of sight, then we can do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let's aim for February, March to do this. What we'll do. By the way, Daniel, before we close this off, about 5G mobility, right? Because in 5-6 years you will see 5G mobility, right? So you say there, because we're talking about 28 gigahertz. I don't like 28 gigahertz, sorry, I like the 70 gigahertz, the L band. But you say it's going to be difficult for mobile because of the antennas and the flex. Because the industry, there is a company called Starry in Chicago, big backers, multi-billion-dollar investors, and they are promising a lot of stuff on 28 gigahertz. And basically 5G mobility even promises more. So what are the limitations you think today? And will they be also there tomorrow?
Starry make real things, and this is static. This is a station.
Yeah, it's for station.
What they are doing? They build a base station which will work through window, and so that's a solution for alternative internet service providers. If you are in the big building, you have no chance only to pay to owner and to connect you to internet service provider. That's a problem in US. And they said that no problem, we will provide you a base station in front of your building, and you will put our radio behind window and we'll get but this is not mobile at all.
Yeah.
For mobile, there are plenty of problems, which is, please understand me correctly, this is not my fault. This is to God. This is a physics.
Physics, yeah.
Yeah. Just because when you go from long wavelength like that to very short wavelength, like a couple of millimeters, any issues which is connected with interference, there is interference. If you have multi-pass propagation, it means that waves interfere one to another. And if you have, say, indoor, you have plenty of reflections in millimeter waves, and quite difficult to analyze the signal in such situation. That's the reason why I said, from my experience, there is only the way to work with millimeter waves. It's a direct line of sight, no interference, no reflections. Only in this case you can achieve good results. If you talk about mobility, it means that somebody have to take the phone with antenna, which should be directed to base stations. If you use omnidirectional antenna, okay, I know how it works. It's quite difficult to make it very flat. It's rippled. So when you will rotate it, when you will move around, frankly speaking, I don't believe that. Okay. It will be a Nobel Prize for anybody who will realize that. I believe that at home, at couple of meters, 3 meters. So that's the reason why Qualcomm router works. That's very close, very easy, very strong signal. But if you talk about, you know, in the car, or either people on the street who will take something in the pocket, you know, who will close this phone by the head. Omnidirectional antenna will not help at all, because either such things will significantly block millimeter wave signals. We have many cases. Actually, we installed 3,500 radios for E-band, but for Gigabit and either less, 350 megabit per second. So we have plenty of experience. We had many times people install the radio at winter time, and in summertime we got a call, it doesn't work. And when we went to check what has happened, the trees, the leaves on the trees erased. That's enough to block the signal. So it doesn't work like a cellular phone like that.
So that's another thing for future discussion.
So
okay,
for
thank
mobility,
you. Not an option yet.
To my mind, this is the method to pick up money from investors.
Okay, well, thank you, Daniel, very much. It's much appreciated. Well, I think, wow, how late is it?
It's too late.
Oh, it's too late. Yeah. Let's have some drinks and some snacks, and That's it. Thank you very much. You can switch it off. Thank you.
Open the button.